it's like a daily bath, like a daily cleanse. I mean, I feel like I don't know what I would do without it. Like now that I look back, I'm like, wow, what would I be if it hadn't been for Redikall, honestly.
Tell me something about yourself.
I'm Tina. I was born in India, raised in India, and I moved to California in 2017. I am a fashion designer. I own my own label, and I am a fashion stylist in California.
So tell me, how did you hear about Redikall?
So I first heard about Redikall through my sister-in-law, who had a severe incident of slip disc, and so much so that she was pretty much immobile for like about 3 months. And that's when she kind of heard about Redikall, and she met Aatmn, and she worked on herself. And I guess like within maybe about 6 to 8 months, she was like her healthiest best, I guess. And that's what kind of, that was my introduction to Redikall.
So what prompted you to learn Redikall?
So coincidentally, I suffered a very similar this thing in my life, where I also had a slip disc issue, and I was like in a lot of pain. It was manageable. It wasn't like as bad as my sister-in-law, but also I really, what I liked about the whole Redikall concept was that I could see the peace in my sister-in-law's eyes, you know, and that more than my pain, I guess when I saw that, I knew that that's where I want to be too. So that's what was my initial like point that attracted me to Redikall.
Okay.
When I saw my sister-in-law and I realized where she was and how she was, how she was working on herself, but in the effect, things around her started changing. And so when I saw this like super confident version of my bhabhi, and I was like, wow, I can do that too. The most amazing part was that I had the power to do it myself, on me. Redikall is an eye-opener for me. It's a complete shift in the perception of my life and my being. It's literally like seeing my life through an aerial view and having the power to maneuver myself through the situations with the least amount of frictions in my life.
So knowing that you had the power to use Redikall, and the way you said, that it empowers you to be on your own and help yourself. Yeah. Tell me, when did you feel, when did it kind of, that aha moment that Redikall is much more than just a therapy? Or do you feel that at all?
I would honestly say that would be like after level 2.
Right.
So after I attended my level 2 session, that was when I went from, oh, I need to heal these emotions, to, oh, this is why I need these emotions, so that shift, I would say, when I realized that, it's not about the 1 hour that I put into practicing Redikall, but it's about the way I look at things. So I guess like I would say that was mostly like after level 2.
Do you think you will be able to sustain it? When I say sustenance, I don't mean just through the course or till the time you learn it. Do you think that sustenance will come later, that you think you can make it a part of your life?
I would say I need Redikall to, I literally need Redikall to be sane in my life. I guess it's, will I be able to is not even a question. It's like, how would I without it? You know what I mean? I guess that's how it should be.
Right.
It's like a daily bath, like a daily cleanse.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the easiest way. And, I feel like, I don't know what I would do without it. Like now that I look back, I'm like, wow, what would I be if it hadn't been for Redikall, honestly.
Right. Do you still, you must be going through your, ups and downs in life. even now? Do you?
I guess, sorry, go ahead.
I said you must be going through ups and downs in your life even now, I'm sure. Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I'm not going to say that it's like this, I mean, I'm not in the Himalayas. I'm still running my day-to-day life and pretty much dealing with everybody. But uh, that's what. So I guess like it's not like this. It's not like the people, or like the situations have changed. I guess it's like how I deal with them has changed. It's uh, I don't expect somebody to be, their radical version in front of me. I need to, I need to work on me, and I guess I can see like that love and that life in everything that I come across. So it's, it's, I don't, for me, for, I guess like ups and downs would in a general term would mean problems and struggles. Um, but I guess it's that you don't look at them like that anymore.
Right.
Uh, it's they're not problems or struggles anymore. They're just life.
Have you seen a shift in yourself from what you were before to what you are now, whether it's dealing with people, whether it's handling home, so, or, handling your environment, let's say whatever your reality is. Do you see a shift? Do you see any changes? Do you feel any changes in that?
Most definitely, of course, there's a lot of change. I guess like even when I talk about myself, more than I would talk about like my surroundings or the people, I would say I was a very, now that I look back, I was a very righteous person. I was extremely opinionated. I still am, I would say. But I felt very strongly for some of my beliefs that I was carrying forward, and I guess in that journey I kind of didn't realize the weight that I had on me to stand by those values. And now after Radical, of course I have my opinions, and I believe in a certain things, I don't believe in a certain things, but uh, I don't feel the need to prove to myself or to somebody else about these values, or like what are these values, so it's now that pressure is not there. I feel so much more relaxed without that burden of my own expectations on myself that I had. And so I guess like when that eased, my surroundings eased, and people eased.
But what is that one message you'd like to give to a newcomer or a person who's intrigued enough to want to learn Radical or get into Radical?
I would say I would tell people that one, practice Radical with faith, with full faith. And two, I feel I would want to tell them, don't get disheartened. Just because you've been working on releasing some patterns, or working on some patterns in your life, uh, don't get disheartened by the amount of time that you think it is taking. Just enjoy the process and make it easy for yourself, and I guess just go with the flow.